Hi everybody, so today's video is going to be testing out a new product and also taking a platinum blonde to a more lived-in darker blonde. This is really tricky because when you go darker with blonde hair, you have to fill the hair and there's a few different steps, but if you're not going a solid dark color, it can be hard because we still want to leave some highlights in there for dimension. So I'm going to be trying a new product that I think is going to help me out, and then I'm also going to be showing you the steps I take to get this look. So if you are interested in watching, stay tuned. Okay, so I just started opening this package because I thought it was what I was wanting to use and realized that it's actually from Redken. They sent me these new City Beats, so I'm really excited to try these out. This isn't related to the video today, but if you guys would like to see me do a video on these, let me know, because we have a red, a pink, a blue, and then also a clear. So that looks so fun. So if you guys want to see me demo these, let me know, because I think that would be an awesome video. So for this video, I got sent this new product that I'm really excited to try. So it's called Balaypowder, and it's stuff that you add to your lightener to thicken it for balayage. And I'm excited to try this stuff because I can use my regular bleach and get the lift that my bleach gives me, but thicken it up so it's a balayage consistency. So I'm super excited to try this out. And they also sent me this little brush, so I'm going to use this to demo this product today. Okay, so since we are going darker with my blonde-haired client, we are going to have a few different steps. So first step is mixing up the dark color. So since she wants to go a few levels darker, I'm going to do a level 6. And I'm going to do a 6 NN because I really want to get as much pigment as possible since she is so light. Okay, so I'm using a 6G in with my 6NN because we're not going dark enough where we need to add in the red and copper tones, but we are going dark enough where I want to do the gold to add a little bit of warmth. So I'm just going to mix that equal parts with 10 volume. Okay, and now we're going to mix up our lightener. Okay, my absolute favorite lightener is Oxycur by Goldwell. I'm going to do a scoop of that, maybe a little bit more. Okay, and then I'm going to add in the powder. And they say just to add it in until you get the consistency you're looking for. So I'm just going to add in about half of what I just did. And then I'm going to use 30 volume, and the reason for this is because since she already has blonde hair, I would normally just use 20 volume. But since we are thickening it up and making it a freestanding balayage lightener, I want to bump my developer just so I get a teeny bit more lift. And we're not looking for a ton of lift with her because she's so blonde, but I do want to open her cuticle so that we can get a really nice tone once we're at the bowl. And look at that, you guys. Usually this product is a little more creamy, but since I added that lightener in, it's not moving. It's perfect for balayage. Alright you guys, I'm going to use Redken PH Bonder, and I'm just going to do 2 milliliters in my lightener. I don't want to have too much protection because we don't really need it, but I do want to protect her hair a little bit and add shine, which the PH Bonder is great with. I really like the PH Bonder. You guys know I'm an Olaplex girl, but I've been using PH lately and I'm super impressed with it. Okay, our last step is going to be mixing up a Lowlight that I'm going to brick lay throughout her hair. And I am using levels 7 and 8 because I don't want to put a level 6 throughout her blonde ends because they are super porous. And so I'm going a little bit lighter for dimension, and I am using an 8GB, and I'm going to do 0.5 ounces of that. And then I'm going to do a 7N, and I'm going to take it right up to 1 ounce total. And then Goldwell Colorance, they recommend mixing it 2 to 1, but I like to do it 1 to 1 because I feel like it's a better coverage result when I'm doing lowlights. Okay you guys, so now we have all 3 of our formulas mixed up. I will put a little description of them right in here so you can see what we are working with in case you forgot. Now that these are all mixed up, we're going to get going with her hair. So this is what the back of her hair looked like after I had finished doing this section. So I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like now, and then on the sides I'm going to show you the process of what I did. So I basically brick laid dark lowlights and then did balayages in between. So you can kind of see here I'm rooting her with a darker color, leaving her ends out, and then I did balayage some of her ends to kind of pop open that cuticle and get that balayage look in there. I like to start by going around her perimeter with that base color, which is our 6NN and 6G. This is just kind of to darken her base, give her some depth, and then I'm just going to rub it down like you see me doing here. I'm blending it downward just so it goes a little darker than just her natural regrowth. And I like to do this like feathering motion just to make sure it looks really natural. So I'm doing this in a zigzag pattern. If you guys can see, I work a lot with angles so that it doesn't look too uniform. So that's what I'm doing right here, and then I take my Sam Via comb and I comb it all together on every aspect of the hair, on the outer corners, by the ear, up above, just so that I can get it really nice and blended. That way there's no harsh lines and it doesn't look streaky or blotchy. And then now that all of her base color is in, I'm actually going to just start, I can't talk today, you guys. I'm going to start weaving in Lowlights. And the reason I'm doing this is because we are trying to darken her hair. So it's kind of like a foil, but instead of bleach, I'm doing the Lowlights. So right here is where I'm doing the 7N 8GB, and I'm just laying those up on an angle throughout her hair. So that first one was above her ear, the second one's right here. So I'm just kind of blurring that 6NN 6G down into my low light, which is the 7N 8GB, and it's going to make a really nice contrast in her hair. Now that we are getting closer to around the face, I want it to be a little brighter, so I'm not putting a low light here. I am just feathering down from that base color and adding a balayage piece so that we're a little lighter and brighter around the face. Alright, and on this piece, I'm not doing a low light. I'm just taking this whole section and feathering the dark color down a little further in a slice. So that's that 6NN 6G, and I'm just kind of back combing right here to diffuse any lines, and then I'm just going to blur that color a little further down, just so there's contrast behind that bright balayage piece so that it does look like a balayage with the contrast of dark and light colors. When you're going darker on light hair, even if it's just adding low lights in, saturation is key. I make sure to go over the piece multiple times with my color because blonde hair is so porous that a lot of times the color can look splotchy and uneven and not take very well. So make sure you're really getting the color in there and saturating it super well, because that's the biggest thing that will not turn out if you don't do that. Okay, and on this piece, since we are closer to the top where she parts her hair, I'm doing another slice bringing that dark color down, but instead of doing that same base color, I'm doing the low light color, and I'm transitioning it down so it's kind of a melt type of look, as you can see here. So I have that base color, then I have the low light color, and then I'm just balayaging the end. So I'm kind of mixing all three tones together to give it a natural look. And on the very top section, I am doing another balayage piece just so it's lighter and brighter around the top perimeter of her hair. And I am using this Balaypowder I talked about, you guys, and I really like it. It's giving me the lift that I get from my normal lightener, but it thickens it up so it's a clay consistency, and I can also leave it open air, which is really nice. I will be honest, the brush that they provide isn't the greatest for painting like the V formations like you see me doing here. I think I would prefer my Fremar brush for that. But just for painting, like if you're painting the bottom section of the hair, it's really nice and I like that. But overall, this product worked amazing and I don't feel like I will do a balayage without it anymore, just because I've been struggling to find a clay lightener that I like because I love my regular lightener so much. So this is kind of the best of both worlds and I really love it. So I will include their website down below just because I think it's a really great product, and if you do a lot of balayage, especially on blondes, you will love using it. love using my Formar brushes for little detail work like this around the face. They just glide on so well, and it worked really well with this bleach as well, this product that I've been using. Oh, come on, get it together, camera. I hate when it does that. It always autofocuses. Sorry about that. But anyway, the Formar brushes are so great, and I really love them. So right here, what I am doing is bringing that base color down again, and I am always going backwards and forwards, as you can see me doing here, to feather it in, and then I take my comb and comb it through, and then I'm just highlighting the ends there to pop the cuticle open. And if there is any splotchiness from your dark color, putting the bleach back over it will kind of kill that so you don't have any harsh lines. I love my Formar Color Killer Wipes. They are great for getting any color that got onto your client's face off. And when doing dark color or base colors, this is usually the case. It's kind of unavoidable. So I'm just cleaning up her face, and now we are here mixing up our toner. So I am going to root her with a 6N Shades EQ. And even though I already rooted her in the chair, this is just going to blend any more lines for me at the bowl. And then I'm going to be putting that on and then toning her ends with something else. Alright, so this is how I do all my root smudges at the bowl. I just maxi washed her, and now I'm using the Redken PH Bonder Step 2 on her ends so that she can sit in a little treatment while we do this. And I just wanted to talk about a few of the tools I've been using. This is the Olivia Garden Eye Blend Brush that you can get at Cosmoprof, and oh my gosh, you guys, do you see how it's blending through the wet hair at the bowl? This is usually a struggle, and this brush just glides through the hair. So this has really been my saving grace and something I love using lately, so I just wanted to tell you guys about it. So after I get her combed through with that, I take my Samvia comb and I just part her off into 2 sections so that I can do the left and the right. And the reason I part down the middle is just so that she can part her hair either way and it looks good both sides. So now that she is parted off, I'm just going to root her. I'm doing that 6N Shades EQ, and I always start at the back of the head and just work my way up. And this is really kind of an unnecessary step, but I'm a perfectionist, so I like to do it anyway. I'm just glossing over that base color that I did, and if there was any harsh lines or any splotchiness or anything like that, which it's never okay to have those things, but if it happens, because it does, this will help blend it all together. So I'm going to apply this all, and then I'm going to comb it through with my Wow comb. And you guys, seriously, wow is the right word. I love this comb. It blends together that root base color so well with the ends, and it has a little red bar in it, and it prevents the base color from dripping down into your ends. That's why I do the conditioner on the ends, or like the Redken PH Bonder, is to create a barrier, but honestly this comb creates the barrier for you as well. So this comb is highly recommended. I love it. So now that I'm done doing that, I'm going to keep her root color on for about 5 to 10 minutes, and we are going to go mix up her end toner. The picture she showed me was a darker blonde than what she had, but it was still pretty bright and ashy. So even though we toned her down, we are not going too dark. We just kind of wanted to give her a more natural lived-in blonde. So I am toning her ends with Redken Shades EQ 7P 8V 7N. Because I really want it to be ashy but not too icy. So that's why I'm using levels 7 and 8, and I'm doing a neutral in there so it doesn't go too icy, but also the V and the P so that it does give us that ashy tone we're looking for. Now that her root color's been sitting about 5 to 10 minutes, I think I did like 7 minutes with her, I'm just taking my end toner. I rinse out the pH bonder that was on her ends, but I leave the root toner on, and I work the toner throughout her hair, kind of smushing her base color in with her end toner. I work it all together, leave it on as long as I think I need to, and then I rinse it all out. so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it when you guys leave comments and just view my video in general. If you guys have any tips and tricks on how you would have achieved this color, let me know in the comments below. I always love conversing with you guys and just kind of hearing your opinion on things. I will link everything below in my description box, all the products used today, what I wore, things like that, just because you guys always ask. I hope you liked this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I have some fun videos coming for you guys really soon, and I'm super excited about them. I always leave my email address in the description box below as well if you ever have any questions for me. I really suck at getting back to you immediately because I just get a high volume of messages, but I do love interacting with my subscribers, so please message me if you have any questions and just give me like a week or two to respond, and I promise I will. Also, I know I talk really fast, and I feel like this voiceover was a hot mess, and I was just speed talking through the whole thing, so I apologize if I am talking too fast for you. I get that comment on like every video. But yeah, anyways, you guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a great day.